Hello, everyone. My name is Dustin Senor. I am the casual networker coming to you from a little town called Clinton, Massachusetts. Really, what I want to do here is basically just talk about my experiences after college and what happened during college to put me in a position where I needed to learn how to network myself. No one taught me how to do it. Didn't go to the best college, and consider myself pretty successful today after my college experience. So, as you can see, I have a terrible webcam on an old laptop. I got student loans, got to pay, so I can't really afford too much. Not wearing my tie after work anymore, so definitely keeping it casual here. So for this first video, I just want to talk a little bit about my background, where I came from, what I'm doing now, a little bit, and then as we progress through, I want to talk about you know how my experiences have shaped my career today, and what my plans are moving forward. So I went to a school called Southern New Hampshire University. You may have heard of it, even if you live across the country and on the West Coast. You know, it's portrayed as this online school. It's really not. It's got a location in Manchester, New Hampshire, one of my favorite places in the world. So, a little bit about me. Besides that, I grew up in a small town called Warner, New Hampshire. About 3,000 people, more cows than actual human beings, I would say. And it's very very sheltered life. Not the best public school. We were on academic probation all the time. So that made things interesting and fun. Um, Went to graduated Kearsarge Regional High School with about a 2.7 GPA. So not the best. Actually, had to interview after that to get into Southern New Hampshire University. Um, And once I did, I fell in love. Had a great 4 years. Graduated with about a 3.0, so definitely an improvement. Went to school for sport management. Definitely don't do that. Bad idea. Not too many jobs out there in the sports world, and the ones that are there are A, ultra competitive, and B, not the greatest paying. So if you're looking for money, not something you want to do. So there's that, and yeah. So networking to me is basically the key to any success. Um, my first real networking experience I felt was my junior year of college, and all sport management majors across the country are required to do a semester's worth of an internship. So I interned at a rival college in Manchester as well, called St. Anselm College, great little Catholic school nestled in the hills of New Hampshire. They have about 1,500 students there. Great programs, very top-notch education. So kudos to them for what they've done. And I had anticipated wanting to be an athletic director, and something clicked along the way. I was doing this internship, like I had said, where we were doing everything from cleaning the rink to helping stat at doing statistics at athletic games. And that's actually really what I fell in love with, was doing the stats. Basically, if you're doing the stats aspect of it, you're getting paid to watch sports. The correct job title is sports information director or athletics communication director or something along those lines. And they're really the heart and soul of the athletic department. And so yeah, I was in the hockey rink working a game, and I ended up talking to the sports information director there at the time, a great guy named Ken Johnson. And we started talking, and that's really when the networking started for me. I didn't really know what I wanted to do besides being this athletic director, and I had my mind set on it, and I really didn't know why. And here I am in a situation where, you know, I'm watching sports, doing stats, eventually writing about the game, because you have to do a press release, and you get paid to do it. I'm like, wow, what could be better than this? So, I started talking to Ken a little bit more, and as things progressed, he had an internship, a paid internship that opened up right when I graduated college, so that ended up working out really well. And so that was nice. My first job, I had it actually on the day of graduation. He called me saying, "Congratulations on graduating. How would you like to do this?" And I said, "Absolutely, let's do it." So I did it for about 4 or 5 months, and some complications happened along the way. The school lost some funding or something. I still, to this day, don't really know exactly what happened, but his position was terminated, and so was mine. And so that was kind of disappointing. And I actually went unemployed for about 9 months. and that was kind of frustrating. I moved back in with my parents, did some weird things. I worked at Sam's Club for a little bit, doing some demonstrations of food. I love going in there, getting the free samples, and that was me. I was doing the samples, cutting up the cheesecake, frying up the fish, cooking up some coffee or bacon or whatever it might have been that whatever given day. And yeah, so I did that for a little bit just to keep afloat, and and then the networking really ramped up for me. I was doing this crazy job search, posting on Facebook. Does anyone have any positions open in their company? And this is 2011 we're talking. So, early spring, late spring 2011, and the job market still really hadn't recovered yet. And New Hampshire has a pretty stagnant economy still. So it was really tough, and I was unemployed for about 9 months, like I said, and started posting on Facebook. And a friend of mine who was in a marketing position at a telecommunication or a telesales company gave my resume to this great man named Paul Turner, who has really shaped my life and been a major part of my professional career. And he hired me $25,000 a year to do telemarketing, and I never thought that I would base everything off of that. And telemarketers get a really terrible rap. I loved it. I loved the grind. I loved trying to sell, and we were doing business to business, so it wasn't as demanding, you might say, as a normal telemarketing position, and it was great. It was good fun. We had a good time. Always had spiffs, meaning sales goals. If you reach your sales goals and you were the top earner in the company, you got a little prize at the end, whether it was a $50 gift card or at the end of the year it might have been a $200 gift card. We were always all about that, so that was great. Um, then after about 2.5 years, I really started getting tired of it. As much as I like doing it, it was really an interesting business and really got repetitive towards the end. And I really always had my eye on real estate. My father owns a couple properties in Concord, New Hampshire, and I own one myself. I own a three-family in Manchester. And so I've always kind of grown up around the real estate world and the market and multifamily properties. So again, going back to the networking, great friend from college, her boyfriend at the time, I became really close with, and he was a real estate agent, and we started talking a lot, and convinced me to get my license, and I did. So I started selling houses, and things progressed, and now I am in Massachusetts managing a apartment complex, which is a lot of fun, stressful at times, but definitely the experiences in the past have gotten me this far. And even in that situation, you really, we'll touch on this more in a future video, but you really just got to reach out and talk to people, and that's the best way to network. So um, I'm gonna wrap it up at this point for this video, and we'll talk again in the future. But definitely want to thank you for watching, and keep watching my videos as they progress. Subscribe to my channel, and I'd love to have you here and commenting and whatnot. And I really can't wait to dive into things. And we'll keep this one short, and we'll go into more detail at the next video. Thanks a lot.